Good morning from Uruguay to everyone. Thank you very much for this change at last time. But to do some conflict agendas, I need to start really now. I will share some slides. Give me a minute, please.
In the meantime, we can say that Uruguay is the latest country that has applied to adhere to the OECD AI principles, and they were already accepted. This is the news. So Uruguay, welcome. We are very pleased.
Thank you. Let me check it here. I think this is. You are looking now the presentation?
Yes, we see it.
You see. Thank you very much. So this is going to be a quick presentation about our efforts, particularly in the development of our artificial intelligence strategy. Really quick, my name is Maximiliano Maneiro. I'm the Deputy Director of the Information Technology Area at AIGO. AIGO is the agency under the President of the Republic responsible for promoting and development of digital government and information society in Uruguay. Regarding to the AI strategy from September 16 to October 21st, the draft of the National Artificial Intelligence Strategy 2024-2030 is open for public consultation. The document is the result of a broad participation process that began in June 2023, following a multi-stakeholder approach. We have been including the private sector, the academia, the civil society, and also the private sector. A total of 9 dialogue tables were held with over 300 participants and more than 500 proposals collected. The public consultation is the final stage of this process, and the next week, the final document is going to be approved. At the institutional level, Article 74 of the Law 20-212, passed in 2023, tasked AIGO with the development of the National AI Strategy and the National Data Strategy. The law also stipulates that AIGO, to fulfill this mandate, may establish working groups, advisory committees, and other mechanisms. In this context, the Public Sector Strategy Committee for Artificial Intelligence and Data was created to collaborate in the process of creating and implementing the corresponding strategies. The committee is composed by 9 organizations. We want to talk also about some international engagement. Uruguay has formally adhered to UNESCO's recommendation of the ethics of artificial intelligence and the OECD's Council recommendation on AI, reinforcing its commitment to the principles and values promoted by these instruments. In 2023, Uruguay joined as an observant member of the Council of Uruguay Committee on Artificial Intelligence, CAI, which enables the country to sign the Framework Convention on Artificial Intelligence, Human Rights and Rule of Law, opened for signature on September 5th. Uruguay has already begun the internal process required to adhere to this treaty. That's going to be a yes, of course. Regionally, Uruguay has been participating in the ad hoc working group on data and artificial intelligence governance under the OEA, which is working on international guidance in this area. Uruguay hosted the second Ministerial Summit on the Ethics of Artificial Intelligence, organized in Montevideo with the support of UNESCO and CAF. The summit aimed to continue the regional commitment to the ethical and responsible development of AI. Here, we support the Montevideo declarations toward the construction of a regional approach on AI governance and its impacts on our society. About the artificial intelligence strategy, Uruguay did not start from scratch in building the new strategy. Since 2020, the country has had an artificial intelligence strategy for digital government. However, unlike the new strategy, that one was focused on the public sector. The new strategy covers both the public and private sector in accordance with the framework established by the aforementioned Article 74 of Law 20-212. It's proposed a balanced approach aimed at addressing the risk and challenge involved in AI while harnessing its potential to benefit of society and the national economy, as well as fostering innovation. The strategy includes 10 guiding principles that align the instrument with the emerging principles from the UNESCO and OECD recommendations mentioned earlier. Through this instrument, Uruguay aims to harness artificial intelligence as a tool for the sustainable development and inclusive growth of Uruguay, promoting its ethical, responsible, safe, and pro-innovation development and use to the benefit of all sectors of society, the economy, and improvement of public management. To achieve this goal, this overall objective, the strategy proposes a set of action lines grouped in two axes: governance, capabilities, and sustainable development. Governance, the strategy proposes a set of action lines aimed at establishing a governance framework that ensures the ethical, responsible, and safe development and the use of AI. This will ensure adequate institutional frameworks, clear regulatory frameworks, an efficient process that promotes transparency, safety, inclusion, and legally certainty in the AI domain. Capabilities, the action lines project its axis seek to develop the national capacities and conditions necessary to foster and leverage innovation and the application of AI, with a comprehensive approach that includes infrastructure, data, talent management, and skills for integrating AI into society. At last but not least, sustainable development, the action line defined for this axis aims to leverage AI as a key driver for inclusive economic growth, for the sustainable development of the country, strengthening the competitiveness of the private sector, and deepening Uruguay's digital transformation process, as well as fostering research and innovation to maximize the benefits of this technology. The strategy-defined implementation process, intermediate review, and monitoring. And I am sharing with you on the presentation the link to the public consulting participation process. So that's all from our part. Many thanks for this opportunity to share our initiatives.
Gracias, Maximiliano. I now open the floor to the questions, comments, if any. I'll start with a question of mine, if I may.
Of course.
I had the great pleasure of participating in the Cartagena AI Summit organized by Colombia with the presence of basically almost the whole Latin America and the Caribbean this August. What was really notable was the effort of all the countries in your region to try to come up with a certain minimum common framework for governing AI. Now, you have highlighted in your presentation the Montevideo Declaration, which is probably the most recent one, where you emphasize the need for regional cooperation. My question would be, as there are, of course, member OECD countries in Latin America and the Caribbean, as well as adherence to the OECD AI principles, just like Uruguay being the new entrant. How do you see the opportunities for us at the GPI and OECD of promoting our tools, our frameworks within the wider region of Latin America and the Caribbean?
Well, thanks for your question. It's a great opportunity, particularly Uruguay and the rest of the region is always looking what the OECD is doing. It's in particularly Uruguay has been looking always for Europe. You know, our data protection, personal data protection law is based in the Europe model. We are looking to the AI Act. So in this approach of risk and not to regulating the technology. So this kind of group is looking everywhere, everything that we can incorporate, because if you look at the world map, Latin America is really behind the others if you look as a group. So we are every time learning about others. So I think it's a big opportunity to incorporate in this kind of draft that we are creating together. So it will be really nice to have this in our different also meetings that we are taking. I think now we are working each month, so we are creating some kind of drafts that can include everything that you can share to us, of course.
Thank you very much, and we will be, of course, happy to promote and even come to the relevant meetings and bring people on board. When I was in Colombia, I certainly did not have the impression that there is someone, moving faster or someone behind. I would like to stress that we are indeed on the same track, in the same situation, and on the same boat, so to say. So we are very keen to learn more about how you could possibly open the gates for us to promote what we do together here at GPI and OECD in Latin America.